So creating something that really works, because right now it's always us dealing with these failures, if you may, or these broken ass projections that keep causing us the hiccup. Every time we put a wheel into motion, if that wheel breaks down, that could even be a child. A child is a pentagram, basically, and a hexagon. But let's say directly a pentagram, a circle. So every time we create, and you create something, it breaks down. Now you got to go into maintaining it. So if you don't never learn how to create perfectly what our ancestors created perfectly, they showed you how to take volatile forces and harmonize with them. That's why the fire, earth, wind, water is so important, because they each play the go-between between the next element, or the next element would just destroy it. So a cognate of that, so you can see that physical in the reality, so you can realize what's going on here, is simple as a cat. A cat has serpent eyes, but a feline's body. A feline is more closer, or a lion as you know it, a lion is more closer to a dog than it is a cat. Look at the eyes. The eyes of a lion are like this. The eyes of a dog are like this. And the eyes of a serpent is like this. And the cat's got serpent eyes. What the hell's going on? It shows you, as they show you in the scripts in Kemet, they show you them doing the work. Doing the evocation to bring the cat about, basically as like an energy vessel, a battery, where literally two of the most volatile forces, a snake or a lion, okay, a snake and a lion are put together. Now, if you ever observe these two in the wild, if you ever observe anything that's like a cat, even if it's a mongoose and a snake, it's on first sight, they bond, boom, it's okay. And what's really happening though in the world of the mages is you see these energies and you see them just jumping off and creating a lot of force. And then you're contemplating of how this force could be put to good use. Just like all of what you're seeing right now with power, all this is combustion. It's fights, basically, phi being put to good use. So what our ancestors showed us is that I can show you how to create a body, and now look at it. He be in there, he be purring and shit. And you're like, oh man, this little prana ball. But at any point where what you see going on dinonucleically comes apart, it's going to rip the beam in shreds. Meaning that what you see as a cat is going to go into a crazy cat mode and then destroy itself. This is how the elements are put in balance. Okay? So you have symbols like the Sphinx that show you already in the pyramid. These two go together. They're literally showing you snake and feline, a lion and a dragon. Okay, that's what it's saying. Now, let me show you this on the deeper level. On the deeper level, when you ask the ancients, and if you can witness it for yourself, they tell you your ancestors look more like genitalia. Huh? They say, no, they're not like cloaked in human faces and all of what you have. They're only primarily the genitalia. That's why they only worship in the past the genitalia, the yoni, right? And the lingam. That's it. Because in their real hyperdimensional form, that's what they are. Now, when that comes out to you finally in this sacred geometry, now that they've hacked the shit, all you have is a hexagram. Now, when you take hexagrams and you keep rolling them all over, roll it up and down like a real potter would, it just makes a torus. The geometry of a hexagram is a torus field. It creates a donut. When you know what you're talking about and what you're doing and how to deal with geometry, it creates a donut. So you have a pentagram and then also a hexagram, and then you have a pentagram. Now, what a pentagram creates when you pull it out on the metaphysical world is it creates a tube. So if you just saw these two forces in their metaphysical respect, you would see this bulbous torus field like a black hole. And then you would see this tube running through it. That's the pentagram and the hexagram when you're not sitting in here with a two-dimensional good, bad mindset, looking at these images and trying to figure out what they are without looking into yourself. So now then when you look out at the pyramids and you look out at Sphinx, what it's saying is many things. It's saying, look, here's a chimera. We took fire, earth, wind, water, and aether and put it all together. That's you. That's the mysteries of the Sphinx. And if you don't know that, you can't get out of here. And then what we also put back here so you can see it is this pentagram. Now you can see the top. I don't doubt that our ancestors had the whole thing on out of the ground, meaning you literally saw the base sitting there floated like nothing, like it was on nothing. Like, yo, what is this? This is a big, what looks like a slat like this. Let me show you. It's big, like it's pointed like this on the top, but it's smaller on the bottom. It's slightly smaller. It looks like the Assassin's Creed symbol. It's smaller on the bottom because one is encoding the hexagram and the other one is encoding the pentagram together. Okay, so now when you could put a torus, or i.e. a hexagram, and then a pentagram or a pipeline, a pole together, what do you get? Life. So I don't doubt at all that our ancestors slammed big, what you would see as diamonds from the sky. They call them worm. When they fall, they even spin while they're falling. And then when they hit, they burrow in like seeds. And then from within them, the fire is inside. That's what pyramid means. The fire is inside. And what comes forth from that fire is life.